He's very hoarse, isn't he? Very hoarse, his crow. But welcome back, everybody. If you're new here, my name's Alexander, and this is our green agenda, not Al Green Agenda. I do love Al Green though. Oh, I've got to do a tribute one day. I've got to learn. Was it Simply Beautiful on the ukulele? If I gave you... Yes, Alphonso. If I gave you my love. Anyways, let's get to sheep mulching. That's what you're here for. So, if you're new here, take the clock right at the screen, and what you'll see is, or you'll see links to my playlist of the sheep mulch playlist. This video will be added to it. But basically, I start off and I got 8 layers, and I gather them all up. Where I get, because there's so many freebies here. I love a freebie. Man. Who doesn't love a freebie? Come on now. And collected them all up, and then the next one is the actual sheep mulching of the 8 layers, and then it's today's lesson. Well, today's episode will be adding the 3 extra layers. So. Come join me. So here we have it. It's kind of hard to tell. It has dropped a substantial amount. But I say that. It's dropped about maybe a couple of inches. And you can see there's quite a few patches where the seaweed has shrunk and stuff. But the deer, I have no footage of it, but the deer have come and nibbled this because there was quite a few patches knocking about and lots and lots of deer poo scattered around the place. But that's enough blabbing from me. We've got 3 ingredients. So let's put down the first. Ta-da! So here we have it. They're kind of the first layer. Or the first layer, the 9th layer I should say. But this is potash if you haven't guessed already. And it's one of those things. Basically, I know this land here is very acidic, like ridiculous. Like peat soil is very acidic. Lovely sunset in it. But yeah, very acidic. So that's why I've added this. I didn't put too much on. I could have put loads on, but potash is brilliant. It's just full of potassium, which is ideal for plants with kind of lots of fruit and all that kind of stuff. It just brings on healthy plants. So that's why potash is good. What I'm going to do now is use my wee again. I saved some. Look at this. This is old wee. I know I need to drink more water, but this is a collective of many different wees, people. I can't piss that much in one go. 2 litres, imagine. I'm not a bloody horse. So douse this over this. So we've got some water ready. Give it a little sploosh in there. Mix it all up and then pour it over there, just so that kind of, because if you're new here, pea is full of nitrogen, full of everything, nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus, but rich in nitrogen, that will kind of start breaking down all the carbon matter in there and the nitrogen or the materials in there, I should say, and then speed up and then warm up the process. So I do that, and then I'll put on the next ingredient. I really need a rosebud. I always lose those bloody things for this, for the plant pot watering can. But hey, that's good. You think this is what Audi got their idea from? Anyways, so I put the 10th layer on and then mortared in, which is sand. Let me show you over here. This is Maca sand. This is from the beach. I didn't dig this up myself. This is from a project that you basically need a license to do to answer council and stuff like that. So, but Susie's dad had some left over. There's quite a few bags up here, so I just put that on, and that's optional, by the way. Sand is optional because here the ground is very boggy. Let me take you over here quickly. It might have dried up a little bit, but everywhere I walk it's just spongy. So yeah, it's dried up a fair amount. But here, when it rains a lot, it pulls up. You can kind of see. And you see the starlings make their little holes in it. They get excited, and they're quite funny. They're quite funny birds. I quite like them. I never hung around starlings that much, mainly robins and other birds. But hey, who's been digging over there? You see rabbits. This old wall's full of them. But anyways, so yes, sand is optional because basically sand helps with drainage. It's got quite like it has, I'd say that actually. It's got lots of micronutrients in there that can become beneficial from the sea and come here and like, oh, bit of Kinder Surprise. Cedar's been putting stuff in the potash. Tut. I'll tell him off later. But yeah, so sand on here just to help with drainage, and because it's quite spongy. So you know clay. Basically, it's like if you've worked with clay, you know what I mean. So you add some sand to it, it can help with the drainage and stuff like that. So that's the 10th layer. So now for the last one, which is, drum roll please. Ta-da! Basically, this was the deep litter system that was in the chicken bed when I lived in Claddock Ballasher. And this is a collective of hay and chicken poo and duck poo all collected together. So it's a bit like I said, the name of the episode is RUTH STOUT Method with Clout. So this is essentially what RUTH STOUT kind of used to do. She just used to kind of put layers of hay down, and then kind of the grass underneath would die down. So in the winter time, it will kind of keep the soil warm, but then in the summertime, keep the soil cool. And yeah, basically, it just provides like a nice blanket. Oh yeah, and suppress weeds too. So basically, I'm just going to sprinkle this over the top, and if I run out, I've got some more over there. I've got another bag of it over there. I love this stuff. 2 ton bags of just good enriched kind of hay, which will break down over time and keep this bed nice and speed up the process too. Actually, speed up the decomposition inside here because it will keep it nice and warm. Because It's got a lovely hot spot here. Look at the sunset. Beautiful. So let's crack on. Let's just put this down and then we'll be done. So there we have it. Done and dusted. And I used the last of my weeby too. Sad times. But there's more to come. Ha! So yes. And I forgot to mention, this has biochar in it too. So when I had to put the hay in, I put the hay, then I put some biochar in. So in fact, I put the biochar, then the hay, so it all mixed together, so it'll get inoculated and then get all the nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. I said that a lot, didn't I? Inside of the biochar, and then it'll be inoculated, so when it comes to planting, it'll be a slow release and give all the goodness to the plant. So this bed is tip top, and I say give it a couple of months and then I can put some stuff in there, because apparently around April time is the time, well, or late April is when people plant outside here. So what I am going to do here, because I'm going to grow squash, and I know they don't like windburn, and there's always a constant breeze here, like, 'cause there's nothing here, there's nothing stopping it. So I'm going to build, like, I love squash. Like I grew a lot of squash last year, so I'm going to do it again. So what I'm going to do is build like a little pallet kind of construction, and then get some where is it? Some corrugated iron. There you go. Some corrugated sheets, and put them all the way around just to stop the wind, and see how many. And then put some so I've got fucking my mouth. There we go. And put some chicken wire over the tops of the birds, and the deer can't get it because that'd be annoying. So that's the plan for here. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for some more action. Like, I love sheep mulching. I love poo. Like, I should write a song really. Was it "You're just too good to be poo"? Or is it "I'm lost without poo"? Robin Thicke did a remix. Hey, I got my ukulele. Oh yeah. I'm kidding. But yes. So we'll be planting trees soon. That's what I'm hoping to do with these little bits. These what do you call it? These pallet boxes here. Put some trees in. We're gonna have some like lilac on the front to stop the deer going. It's like a little chicken fortress to stop the otters getting in. So that's the plan, and just work our way out. Just like slowly encroach and take over the place, but leave some habitat, because I know this habitat is good for many lowland and ground nesting birds. So, but I'm blabbing now. Peace and nugs, people. Hopefully see you soon, and make sure you come back. Yeah.